Today, we're going to talk about one of my least favorite topics, least favorite habits, and most common thing on resumes. People think, hey, I've got an opportunity here. I'm at a company. Another company is offering me another 25 grand a year. That's material, $2,000 a month. I'm going to go take that opportunity rather than learn what I need to in my current company, earn that next promotion, and earn the same amount of money. There's several problems with this. We're going to emphasize 3 of them that have an impact on you short and long term. The first one is I want to give you a warning. This only can work early in your career. Your first or second job, a lot of companies will give you a break and say, okay, it's not necessarily a loyalty thing that they left 3 months later. They didn't know that that was the right company for them because they're fresh out of school. You then go do the same thing at your next company, but this time you're there for 9 months. A lot of companies will give you some leave, although they're still learning. They stayed longer than the last one. But after that, you start getting screened by the good leaders. The reason why I say that is because they recognize you didn't learn what it took to thrive within that company. You, instead of choosing, I'm going to go get good here, I'm going to go in and leave and hope the grass is greener on the other side. One of the best CEOs I've ever known, really, really inspiring leader. She talked about this. She said, her name's Jen. Grass is not greener on the other side. Grass is greener wherever you water it. Every organization in business has something to teach us. Only early in your career can you use the excuse you picked a bad company. Eventually, you got to get better at picking the right company. So I'm going to talk about, at Database, we do a lot of recruiting for organizations. The number 1 and number 2 filters that we use are these, and it screens out 98% of job profiles on LinkedIn. Can we prove through promotions, presidents clubs, quota attainment, that they are a top quartile performer in their organization? That immediately slashes out, obviously, 75%. Then, do they job hop? I'm going to give you a couple different layers of job hopping. One, we go look at their last decade. If in the last decade they have more than 3 companies, now all of a sudden they become normal. Most people work for a company about 3 years. Once they get to 4 companies, they start to move to below average for high performers. At 5 companies, you are unrecruitable. So if we go look over the last decade, you've worked at 5 organizations, we can't recruit you because you're not learning what it takes to succeed in that company, and you consistently pick the wrong company or consistently pick the wrong manager. Organizations that I go and help recruit for, coach, and develop, I teach them this. They already know it, or I'm hiring for myself, I know that. When you combine those 2, though, because you could flip it on the other side, the average person does not stay per company for 2 years. The average person's bouncing like crazy. It's the same thing. We screen out another 75%. So when you combine the 2, you're down just to about 2% of those that have the right industry expertise, the right amount of tenure, and the right success. The biggest thing that I want to emphasize to you is, are you choosing to water the grass where you're at today and learning to get good no matter the environment you're in? I do know that there's toxic bosses out there and toxic companies out there. And that's why I said in the beginning of your career, you have the ability to make that mistake. Late in your career, you can make that mistake once, but get better. Don't make it to where your resume is just a story of more often than every 2 years you're moving to the next company. Thrive within the company that you pick by being diligent in the company that you pick. Interview them as much as they interview you so that we can help you. We, meaning those leaders looking for those high talented, loyal individuals that want to water the grass where they're at and be rewarded in return. Job hopping will not ever get you good. It may make you more money short term, but long term, you lose.
Follow the show so you never miss an episode. And use the link in the description to book a meeting with Dan and talk about your revenue or hiring situation.